Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. So come on in. Come on in. Hey guys. Hey guys. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. I am Coach Tanisha. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. Hey guys. Hey guys. So I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right? To help you guys focus on your money, your mindset, getting things together so you can be better, so you can feel better, about your money, right? But things are getting worse. Things are just getting worse. In this economy, things are not getting better. you know, something's happening. In Jamaica, they're having a hurricane, unfortunately. So let's pray for Jamaica because everybody, that I know, they love Jamaica and they always going to Jamaica. And I go to Jamaica damn near every year. I'm in Jamaica. So, um, we want to keep them in our prayers, the Bahamas, Cuba, Miami. It's hurricane season. It's just crazy, right? So I like to go live to talk about your money and how you can get yourself in position, right? So if you guys don't know, I'm Coach Tanisha. I've been a coach for over a decade now. Basically, the internet made me a coach because um, I started when I came online. I started with MLM. MLM is multi-level marketing, understanding business, leadership, understanding people, different people's personalities, how to build community, how to, sustain a community, how to deal with people. So I learned a lot. And I think if you guys are not into like multi-level, I'm not saying you got to be into multi-level marketing, but multi-level marketing teaches a lot of sales skills, leadership skills, team building skills, community skills. So I learned a lot, right? In MLM, I was a part of how many? I'm still right now in my econ, which is great. I was in TLC. I was in, what was the next one I was in? ACN. I was in Empower Network. I was in what was the other one? The phone company. Was the ACN? Yeah, ACN. So I learned a lot, right, in MLM. And MLM taught me a lot about sales. MLM taught me a lot about money. It taught me a lot about people. So I'm grateful that I was a part of MLM. And I think if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you should join an MLM company just for the knowledge, the skills, the network, the community, the camaraderie, right? We as people, we need that, right? We need to be a part of something that's bigger than us, right? So I did a lot. I made a lot of money online, helped a lot of people. And me becoming a coach, me just becoming a coach, um, people look up to me, right? People look up to me. People see me as, a beacon of light, right? People see me as, someone they want to be like, right? And I don't take that lightly. Um, and now, like, that's what people call me. They call me Coach Tanisha. Like, and I love it, right? Because, at the end of the day, people put respect on your name, right? And again, I've helped a lot of people. I've coached a lot of people. I've told a lot of people a lot of different things about, mindset shifting, and their money. So, now we're in the times where it's like the perfect storm, right? where people are losing their jobs, right? UPS laid off 11,000, Amazon laying off like 30,000, Intel, AT&T, a lot of companies are laying off people by the 5, 10, 20,000s, right? And then, now with the government and this new administration, they're literally cutting, food stamps, Section 8, Medicaid, all of these things, right? So it's like the perfect storm, right? It's like, everything starts to happen, right? The rich, this is like the wealth shift. The rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer, but it's the perfect storm for a person, right, that has been wanting to really do something with their life, or someone that has been really trying to get ahead. Now is the time to get ahead. I got my TikTok cup. I got this on TikTok. Um, Sidebar. So now is the time for people to get ahead, right? Because it's the perfect storm. The wealth gap is just growing. More people are getting poorer, more people are getting richer. Which side does your family deserve to be on? Right? So if you are, or if you got any type of entrepreneurial spirit in you, right? Now is the time to start your business. Now is the time to get your certifications. Now is the time to start researching, for the next 5, 10 years, what jobs are going to be on demand. I know electricians, HVAC, plumbing, product management, project management, cybersecurity, engineering, all of those type of jobs are in demand, right? And these are like 6-figure, 7-figure jobs, right? So while times are getting worse, while companies are contracting and laying people off and increasing their bottom line, right? You got to get better, right? You got to get better at your skills. You got to build upon your skill set, whether it's business, whether it's health and wellness, right? Whether it's money management, whether it's a brick and mortar, whatever it is, you got to start to build on your skills, okay? There's no better time. See, when we had the pandemic, we had all the time in the world, we had all the money in the world, but how many people actually took advantage and started investing time into themselves, investing money into the stock market so they can set their family up for building wealth? Like, how many people actually did that? Because if 70% of Black people still are not investing their money, I don't know who really did anything, right? And unfortunately, a lot of businesses that started in the pandemic has already closed. They done, right? And businesses that were already struggling and hanging on a string, they're done, right? So this is like the perfect storm, okay, for, again, the wealth shift. Okay, there's a wealth shift, okay? And what is the wealth shift? Okay, it's the rich is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer, and there's no middle class anymore, because making $100,000 in America is considered to be poor. Taxes is 40%. You're bringing home 60%. Your rent is $3,000. Your car note is $1,000. Insurance is $1,000. Phone bill is $300. So there's really, honestly, no more middle class in America. It's only the rich and the poor, right? Hey guys, let me know you guys coming in from. It's only the rich and the poor. And this administration, they have already doubled and tripled their net worth since they've been in for the last, 10 months, right? So, we can focus on the fear part, right? We can focus on, people getting poorer, or we can be a part of the wealth shift and start putting ourselves in position to get some money. We can start putting ourselves in position to get money, right? I did a video. I said the internet is no recession, right? YouTube is no recession. YouTube is paying $64 million a day. Amazon is no recession. Amazon makes billions every second, right? There's no recession online. And the people that's losing their jobs from Amazon, the people that's losing their jobs from FedEx, people that's losing their job from all of these big companies are now coming online trying to figure out how to make ends meet or how to start a business. There's no better time than now to start putting your family in position, friends, to win. Okay. Again, it's either you're going to be on the poorer side or you're going to be on the richer side, right? What side does your family or do you think your family deserves to be on? I believe my family deserves to be on the richer side, right? My family, I know what it is to, not have. I know what it is to, be poor and, not being able to go places and, having $2 in my bank account. I understand that part, right? But I'm trying to be on the richer side, right? And how do we get started, right? We start gaining knowledge, right? Again, guys, we are in the best of times. Our cell phone is everything. You go to school on your cell phone. You can learn about project management on your cell phone, product management, electrician, engineer, cybersecurity. Literally, guys, anything. Investing, you can learn anything on your cell phone, guys. We have like the world of information in our hands. But how many of us are actually using the phones the right way? Most people use it for the bullshit, right? So now is the time, friends. If you got kids, if you got sisters and brothers, you guys ever wanted to start a business together, you guys need to come together. Start putting your money together. Get a house together. Start something together. Start an investment fund together. Like, now is the time, friends, to come together. I had a whole meeting with my grandmother, aunt, and my daughter yesterday, right? And I basically said, this is what we need to do, right? This is how we need to start moving. This is how we need to start growing. This is how, again, friends, somebody got to do it. My TikTok cup. Somebody got to do it, right? So, do you want to be on the side of wealth or do you want to be on the side of poor? Because making 100,000 is considered poor in America. Like, can't survive on 100,000. It's crazy. Back in the day, you used to think 100,000 was a lot of money. Now it's like pennies, right? So, what do you do to get yourself in position? Guys, share this with at least 5 people you know. Hit the like button and let me know where you guys are coming in from, right? So, what do? Right? You got to start saving. There's 4 things that I always say all the time, right? You got to start saving in a high yield savings account. And you want to start saving in a high yield savings account so that you can have money and that your money can start working for you, right? You can start saving today, right? If your bank doesn't have a high yield savings account, then go to another bank. I have a bank, a digital bank in my app. It's called the School of Money and Wealth. You could download the app and you can get up to 4% a year on your money. So that's like a high yield savings account. Okay. So your money is making some money, right? Now, you also have an emergency fund. How many people actually have emergency funds? Nobody thought that the government was going to shut down. Nobody thought the government was going to be, closed down for 30 days. Nobody thought they was going to miss a paycheck. Nobody thought about the pandemic. Nobody thinking they're going to lose their job. But we got a plan for this stuff, right? We need to plan for this, guys. Planning is key. We need to plan for wealth. We need to have the mindset for wealth. We need to teach our children about wealth. I told you guys the other day, my daughter, who's about to be 24 on, thank you for not being a bum. That part, right? She said, Ma, thank you for not being a bum. Because now she's turning 24. She's realizing shit, right? She's maturing. She's growing up. She's realizing, like, shit, there's a bunch of bums and a bunch of losers in the world. And there's a lot of people who are not putting themselves in position to win, right? And she said, Ma, thank you for teaching me how to invest my money. That's a key thing, right? So, I mean, again, friends, you can be on the richer side or you can be on the poorer side. But you got to make that decision. Again, I always tell people, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody got to do it, right? And again, if it's not you, then who? And if it's not now, then when? Right? I've been preaching online for 10 years. Get in position, get in position, get in position, learn new things, do new things, learn new skills, get new money, right? And even if you start putting yourself in position, right? And you may not be a millionaire in your lifetime, but you're putting your kids in position to be a millionaire in their lifetime. You're putting your grandchildren in their lifetime to become millionaires. You put yourself in position. Wealth is built through generation after generation after generation, but it has to start with somebody. See, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I told them, I said, we done mastered being poor. We mastered being in poverty. We mastered that stuff, right? We mastered begging and borrowing, right? We mastered that. We already have the blueprint for that, right? We mastered being broke, right? And that's a mindset too. Now, how do we shift our mindset from going from poor to rich, poor to building wealth, right? And it's a building block, right? It's a building block, right? It's a building block. It's not just, oh, I'm rich today, right? But you can start thinking rich. You can start thinking wealthy. You can start doing wealthy things, right? Hey guys, share this with 5 people and hit the like button, okay? And share this with 5 people, okay? So you can start thinking wealthy. You can start thinking rich, right? And this is how it starts, friends, right? If every money, and I always say this to people, if every dollar that you have, you had to work for it, you will never achieve any freedom. If every dollar that you have in your bank account, you had to wake up every morning to go get it, you had to, bust your behind every day to go get it, you will never achieve freedom, right? You have to have passive income. So your high yield savings account, you need that. You need your emergency fund, friends. An emergency happens all the time. Look what's happening to Jamaica right now, and Cuba. I don't know if the Bahamas got hit, right? But right now, how many people wish they had an emergency fund? The airport is shut down. People can't get in. People can't get out. Right? I'm telling you, friends, we gotta set ourselves up. Right? So you need a savings account so you can have money all the time. You need an emergency fund so you can have money all the time. Any emergency that happens, you can have money. Okay? Then you want to be able to steward. If you're a Christian, right? You want to be able to steward your money, right? Stewarding your money. What does that mean? Right? That means I'm paying attention to what's coming in, right? And I'm paying attention to what's going out, right? And I'm not just, thinking that everything is just going to work out for me, right? I get paid on my job. I need to see exactly what's coming out my check, and I need to see exactly what's coming out of my bank account, right? So you got to know what's coming in and then what's going out, right? That's stewardship, paying attention to your finances, and then having passive residual income, friends. Having passive residual income. Amazon. I've been an Amazon seller over 10 years. making money on Amazon for over 10 years. I used to do FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. I used to buy stuff in bulk and send it in, and the Amazon would package it and ship it for me. Then I did fulfillment by merchant, where I put the stuff in my house, right? And then I shipped it from my house. Then I did drop shipping, made a ton of money with drop shipping. Drop shipping, all you're doing is copying and pasting, right? You don't actually hold the product, you're just the middleman to get paid. And now I'm an Amazon affiliate, an influencer. So this cup, although I bought it on TikTok, is sold on Amazon. Although I bought this cup on TikTok, this is also sold on Amazon. So I can do a review on this, find the listing, tag the listing, and what Amazon will do, Amazon will put my review video on the listing for this cup. So that every time that someone goes and looks at this cup, or someone's just browsing and searching on Amazon shopping, guess what? Now if they watch my video because they want this cup and they buy from my video, Amazon pays me a commission. Yeah, Amazon pays me a commission. And guess what? This is passive residual income. I done made thousands of dollars already. Passive residual income, friends. Literally. Okay. I do a video one time, 30 to 60-second video once, and Amazon pays me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm in groups on Facebook where people are making $100 a month and people are making $100,000 a month as an Amazon influencer. Sip to that, right? So the internet, guys, there's no recession. The internet is not laying off. The internet is booming. The internet is booming, right? The internet is booming. But are you putting yourself in position to get some of this money from everybody that's coming online? Remember, it was the wave of the pandemic. Everybody was coming online. People was getting jobs wasn't, hiring, or, whatever the case is in the pandemic, right? So a lot of people came online. I made a lot of money in 2020, right? Because a lot of people was coming online. I had a business for people to join. I put myself in position so people can get themselves in position. Now, this is another wave of people that's coming online. Amazon laying off 30,000 people, FedEx laying off another 30,000 people, Intel laying off another 10,000 people, AT&T laying off another 10,000 people. People are getting laid off by the droves. And then all the federal workers that's not getting paid, what do you think people do? People are coming on the internet looking for ways to make money. People are putting themselves, right? Because they know they wasn't in position. They thought nothing was going to happen to their job. They thought their job would never not pay them. They never thought this. But now they realize, shit, I got to do something. But if you guys didn't learn anything in the pandemic taught us to put ourselves in position to have money, to have multiple things working. Multiple streams of income. Hopefully you guys paid attention. Hopefully you got yourself in position, right? So if you're not in my school app, go to the School of Money and Wealth. Okay, it's on, you just Google it, but it's SKOOL, the School of Money and Wealth. You can join it. I got PDF, I got trainings, all kind of stuff. You guys can also get my book if you want to learn how to be an Amazon influencer, if you want to learn how to be an Amazon seller, if you want to learn about Amazon stock. Also, I have my book for children. Make sure you guys get the children's book. Okay, my goal is to get this into 1 million children's hands. Again, financial literacy, guys, our only hope. Financial literacy, guys, our only hope. Can't keep looking rich and dying broke. Can't keep going to Gucci and Louis Vuitton and making them rich and putting their kids in college. Right? Every time you go buy a bag for $2,000, $3,000, you putting their kids through college. Meanwhile, you can't even afford to put your kids through college. Right? So we can't keep looking rich and dying broke. The rich is getting richer, friends. The poor is getting poorer. And the wealth gap is just growing. Yeah, Amazon. I'm telling you, Amazon getting richer. By Amazon laying people off, they're increasing their cash flow. By FedEx laying people off and UPS laying people off, they're increasing their cash flow. But is your cash flow increasing? Right? Again, I bought this cup on TikTok. It's sold on Amazon. I do a review on Amazon. Amazon puts this cup on the listing, my review on the listing. And every single time that someone goes and looks at a review for this cup, I make a commission. So I do something once. This is true passive residual income. And then once you start making money with Amazon Influence and affiliate program, now you get the Amazon stock. Now you're able to double dip. There's no recession online, friends. That's right. You can't keep looking rich and dying broke. It's a shame. We don't have wills in place. We don't have trust in place. We don't have nothing. We don't even got life insurance. Nothing. 70% of black people are not invested. And I'm sure the number is high for the amount of people that don't have life insurance. Right? We got to put ourselves in position, friends. It's like when? And who's going to be the person to start? Right? A lot of my family members don't like me, right? Because I'm trying to help them get the fuck out of poverty. Them get out of, being poor and begging and broke. They mad at me because I travel the world all the time. I'm driving what I want to drive. I go where I want to go. But they mad at me, but I'm trying to put y'all niggas in position. Crazy, right? So everybody ain't gonna like it, right? Being poor is comfortable, right? Start building wealth is not comfortable, right? You got to start changing your mindset. You got to start changing your friends. You got to start changing your circle. You got to start changing what you read. You got to start changing the places you go. The people you hang around is most important. If you hang around a bunch of bums, you bum number 2. You bum number 5. But if you hang around millionaires, 5 millionaires, you could be number 6. Right? But you hanging around everybody, all they want to do is smoke weed and drink. It's crazy, friends. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I've been through so much. I've learned so much on my entrepreneur journey. I've learned things, friends. That's why, people consult with me. People ask me questions. I help people do stuff, right? And now my goal is to, have my books in all the schools, teaching the kids financial literacy so the kids can be more equipped because these kids don't want to go to college. College costs too much. It costs $100,000, right? College costs $100,000. Who the hell wants to pay $100,000 and you can't even get a job? Right? These kids want to be influencers, right? These kids want to be influencers. These kids want to write books. These kids want to travel the world. They want to do whatever they want to do. These kids are dropping out of school in junior high, right? So how do we put ourselves as adults in position so that we can help our kids be in position, right? How do we do that, right? But it starts with one person, and it need to start with you. If you living paycheck to paycheck and you sick of living paycheck to paycheck, then start something new. Start doing new things. Start moving different. Start hanging out with new friends. Start investing in yourself. Start going new places. Start finding all these meetup groups. Do new things so you can have new things, right? So you can feel better about what you're doing, right? Again, we can't keep looking rich and dying broke. We want to have all the Gucci down to the socks. We want to have all the Louis Vuitton, but we want to have a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag, but we ain't got $5,000 in the bank. I'd rather walk around, like the guy said on my video. He said, I'd rather walk around with a paper bag with $5,000 in it than a damn $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag and I got negative $500 in the bank. It's a mindset shift, friends. I'm telling you. Once I started shifting my mind, I'm not spending no whole bunch of money on no bag no more. Right? I'm not spending my whole bunch of money on bullshit that's not helping me grow and win. Right? I'd rather invest my money in stocks. I'd rather invest my money in myself. I'd rather get me a coach or a mentor or go to an event, go travel the world, whatever. I'd rather do that than look rich and we really broke. Right? Now, again, it's not just black people, it's a lot of people. But I'm for the black people, right? And I want us to get ahead. 70% of black people are not invested in nothing. They invested in the bullshit, right? So we got to wake up, friends. Now is the best time. All these jobs laying off, the administration cutting every damn thing. They cutting everything left and right. Kids dropping out of school left and right. Domestic violence is through the roof. Guys, so much is going on in the world that's horrible. Hurricanes in Jamaica, hurricanes in Bahamas, hurricanes in India, hurricanes over here, war over here. It's too much going on in the world. That's negative. So how can you put yourself in position and your family in position to be positive? To be positive, to be a positive reinforcement for the next generation. Make sure you guys share this with 5 people, subscribe, and hit the like button. How can you be a positive reinforcement for the next generation? But it takes some heart, it takes guts, right? And it takes a winning mindset to do this. But again, friends, the time is now. The time is now. Again, can't keep looking rich and dying broke. Can't keep going to Louis Vuitton store. Can't keep going to Canal Street and I just want to spend my money on designer and material things and I don't even have a stock. You guys can invest in Amazon stock with $5. $5 a week. $5 a week. If you got kids, they over 15 days old, you can open up a custodial account on E-Trade and start investing in stocks for them. Christmas is coming up, buy them a stock. Birthday coming up, buy them a stock. Every Christmas, every birthday, buy them a stock. And then when they turn 18 or 21, now you can show them, okay, this is what I did for you. Now you keep it going, right? But if nobody starts, nobody starts, right? If nobody starts, nobody knows. And if nobody starts, nobody understands and nobody has the knowledge. I have a class that I'm taking, the Resorts World. You guys know the casino, right? That's in New York. And they have a cohort for business. So they took 12 people. I was one of the 12. I was fortunate to be one of the 12 people. And they teaching us about business, how to use AI for our business, how to tap into contracts with the Resorts World, how to get, how to, build your pitch better, right? How to, create your business plan better, how to project your income, for the next years, right? So I'm learning new skills. Right? I know a lot, but guess what? I don't know everything. Right? So I'm using my time wisely. While everything is getting worse, I'm just going to get better. And this, my friends, is the winner mindset. So if you guys are not in my app, make sure you join the app, which is called the School of Money and Wealth. Get in the app. I got all kind of trainings, PDFs you guys can download. If you guys want to join my team, I teach people how to get business credit, business funding, fix their credit, and make passive residual income, friends. But again, if you don't think you deserve to win, nobody is going to think you deserve to win. Okay, so I see you guys on Friday. I'm here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m., helping you guys focus and get right with your money. Peace.